Back now to the government shutdown, and here to talk about it and what happens next is Chicago area Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, a Democrat who represents Illinois' 3rd District. Congresswoman, thanks so much for being with me this morning. Now, not surprisingly, the partisan finger-pointing and blame game is taking place after the Senate's failure to vote on a compromise deal. Members of your party say extending Affordable Care Act subsidies is a must for any spending plan. So, in your opinion, what would make Republicans budge on that issue?
I mean, I think Republicans should be wondering why it's okay for them to extend a continuing resolution that would make it impossible for 22 million Americans to get health care. I mean, the point is, you saw the impact from March's resolution. It wasn't a clean resolution. You've seen the cuts that have happened shortly after that. And so at this moment, we need to be asking ourselves, how do we make sure that the American people have the essential service they need as quickly as possible? It's why yesterday we tried to introduce a resolution that will restore the ACA tax credits, extend them, and be able to keep the government open. They ignored us. And here we are today.
Well, that's my question to you. What do you think would make Republicans budge on that issue?
I think their constituents giving them a call. I think feeling the pressure of the American people. Everything is shutting down this morning. Even coming into the Capitol, the lines were 3 times as long. They have to understand that they're in control right now. They have the House, the Senate, the White House. They can end this, work with us, open up the government, and actually prioritize health care. They can do that right now, Dana.
Now, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer in the Senate said Republicans are plunging America into a shutdown, rejecting bipartisan talks. But Republicans say Senate Democrats have sacrificed American people to partisan interests. I think people are getting really tired, at least a lot of people, of this partisan divide that is so deep right now. So what will it take to get both sides talking? Because it takes 2 sides to reach a compromise.
That's exactly right. The problem is that there's no 2 sides of compromise. They're unwilling to talk to us. When the Senate leader and Leader Jeffries went to meet with the president, what he ended up doing is doing a deep fake after that with some racist tweet. I mean, the point is we should be working together as adults. And healthcare is not a partisan issue. It is not a political issue. Everyone deserves access to health care. Can you imagine someone going to the marketplace on October 14th and having to see their premium double because this government chose to do that? We need to be working. Republicans are out on vacation right now all over the world. They should be here in the Capitol with us, restoring the government as quickly as possible.
Senate Republicans, though, say they will keep calling votes on their existing plan in hopes of getting 7 Democrats to flip. Do you think that could happen?
Dana, that's not compromise. That is bullying. That is demanding for us to continue to shove down our throat the same continuing resolution that cuts health care. How about actually saying, you know what, today we're going to meet with Leader Schumer. We're going to compromise on a resolution that keeps the government open, and that's what we're going to vote on. That's not compromise. To your point, we all have to be at the table, can't be one-sided. You elected all of us.
Okay, I mean, but you know, the folks who might be on the side of Republicans will say, yeah, it can't be one-sided, Democrats. But overall, the shutdown could impact millions of people and for who knows how long. So what do you say to constituents about the ongoing inability for both sides to come together? Because like I said, I do think there are a lot of Americans who are just tired of this partisan divide, period.
Yeah, they should be really tired of this partisan divide. You send us here to Congress to work together. I have colleagues right now on vacation, sipping on margaritas and piña coladas around the country when they should be here. You should be demanding that every single member of Congress get to the Capitol and do their job. But let me tell you, my constituents, I want you to hear this directly. My staff, regardless of the fact that they're not getting paid, are going to be available for you. If you have any questions, if you have any services, my staff are deemed essential. They will be here despite of not getting paid. You make sure that you contact us, despite of the fact that the Social Security office won't be available in the same way, and TSA, you're going to see delays at the airport. This is a moment for Republicans who are in control to actually do their job, to work with us and restore the government as quickly as possible.
I have one real quick question, because we were a little unclear on this. You know, right now we're seeing ICE agents in our city with increased raids, if you will. Do ICE agents get paid too, or is there an exemption for them? I mean, do they face a lack of pay?
So they're exempt from the shutdown, of course, because the president has deemed them essential. So your taxpayer dollars will continue to terrorize people in the city of Chicago, despite of the fact that other critical services are not going to be available for you today.
All right, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez of Illinois' 3rd District, thanks so much for joining us today to talk about this. And we also want to note that we invited Republican Congressman Darren LaHood to appear on our shows today, but we did not hear back. Again, thank you, Congresswoman.